Marriage, a word that echoes through centuries. A bond praised by poets, sanctified by priests, and enforced by law. But there's a side of marriage rarely spoken of. A truth buried beneath romance, religion, and ritual. Today, we strip away the illusions. This is not bitterness. This is not fear. This is clarity. This is the tough truth about marriage that goes untold. Love her, but never need her. The Stoics didn't teach detachment from life. They taught mastery of reaction. They didn't teach you not to feel. They taught you not to fall victim to feeling. Epictetus once said, "When you kiss your child, say to yourself, 'Tomorrow he may die.' It sounds harsh, but it's not cruelty. It's preparation. Preparation for impermanence. Apply this to your relationships. Love your woman, but know she may change. She may leave. She may betray. You are not owed loyalty by the world. You are only owed the choice to live by your values." Marriage used to be about legacy, not lust. In ancient Rome, it was political. In feudal Japan, strategic. In old Europe, economic. Now, it's emotional. It's impulsive. We marry for feelings and divorce when those feelings fade. But feelings are unreliable. They shift with the wind. The Stoic man knows. You cannot build an empire on a breeze. Only virtue is stable. Seneca said, "A wise man is content with himself. If he is alone, he is content. If he is with others, he is content." Can you say the same? If she left you tomorrow, would your life collapse? If so, you are not yet free. And the Stoic seeks freedom above all. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Marriage is a high-risk investment. And in the modern world, that risk is tilted against men. In most Western countries, over 50% of marriages end in divorce. Of those, the majority are initiated by women. The system is not built to protect your assets, your children, or your purpose. This is not victimhood. This is reality. And the Stoic does not fear reality. He prepares for it. If you marry, do so with clarity, not romantic idealism. Have agreements. Have boundaries. Know the law. Know your worth. Build your frame before you build your family. A man must have a mission. Without it, marriage becomes his identity. And when she no longer validates him, he crumbles. Your purpose is not her. Your mission is not her happiness. It's your virtue, your discipline, your pursuit of excellence. The Stoic shogun does not orbit a woman. He stands rooted. She may walk beside him, but never above him. If she inspires you to be sharper, stronger, and more stable, keep her. If she softens your edge, steals your fire, or tests your foundation, let her go. No woman is worth sacrificing your soul. But what about love? Doesn't the Stoic believe in love? Yes, but not blind love. Not the kind that erases your principles. Stoic love is deliberate, chosen, grounded. It says, "I do not need you, but I choose you, and I will continue to choose you so long as we both honor truth, growth, and mutual respect." Love is not the goal. Virtue is the goal. And real love supports that pursuit, not suffocates it. You must ask yourself, are you prepared to lead a household? To protect, to provide, to plan, not with fear, but with strength. If not, wait. If yes, then choose wisely. Choose a woman who wants to build, not consume, who walks with you, not behind or ahead of you. The Stoic man doesn't marry because he's lonely. He marries because he has too much to share and has found someone worthy of sharing it with. You are never required to marry. Let no one mistake social expectation for personal obligation. You are not incomplete without a ring. Your value is not measured by the presence of a partner, but by the substance of your character. The path of solitude is not one of failure. It is a path like any other that demands courage, conviction, and clarity of purpose. Marriage is not a measure of manhood. Manhood is not defined by ceremonies, legal bindings, or societal labels. It is carved through integrity, tested in adversity, and proven through consistent action. A man's worth is determined by how he leads himself, not whom he walks beside. Virtue is, wisdom is, discipline is. These are the pillars of true masculinity. Virtue guides your intentions, ensuring they are aligned with what is good and just. Wisdom informs your decisions, helping you discern illusion from truth. Discipline sustains your progress, even when emotion tempts you to stray. And if your path leads you to walk alone, then walk it proudly. There is no shame in solitude when it is chosen with awareness. A solitary path, walked with purpose, is more noble than a shared path walked in self-betrayal. You are not alone because you lack, but because you lead. Not everyone is meant to walk beside a fire that burns so brightly. Walk it as a man who chose sovereignty over security. Do not trade your self-command for comfort. Freedom demands responsibility, and sovereignty requires that you own both your victories and your failures. Security without freedom is a cage. Better the open road with risks than a palace built on compromise. Who chose mastery over comfort? A man seeking mastery chooses the challenge, the discipline, and the lonely hours of refinement. Comfort dulls the edge. Mastery hones it. He who seeks to be more than he was yesterday must resist the temptation to settle for ease. So, what is the tough truth about marriage? It can be beautiful. When built on mutual respect, shared growth, and aligned purpose, marriage becomes a force multiplier, a union where each strengthens the other. It is a space where love deepens, not distracts. It can be fulfilling. To commit and to serve within a sacred bond can bring a man peace and a profound sense of meaning, but only when he enters that bond without sacrificing his core. It can refine a man as fire refines steel. The friction of marriage can strip away selfishness, laziness, and delusion. In a healthy union, a man is challenged to rise not merely for himself, but for the strength of the whole. He sharpens in the forge of shared responsibility. But it can also break him if he's unprepared. A man entering marriage without self-knowledge is like a soldier going to war without armor. He is vulnerable to compromise, manipulation, and emotional erosion. Preparation is protection. If he gives up his identity for it. When a man subordinates his mission, silences his values, or reshapes his life solely to appease, he loses the very essence that made him worthy of love. A union built on self-abandonment is doom, if he builds it on fantasy rather than virtue. Infatuation fades, beauty shifts. Dreams alone do not sustain the weight of real life. A marriage built on superficiality is a house of cards sat. The first strong wind, it collapses. But one grounded in virtue stands through storm. The Stoic shogun knows. Marriage is not a dream. It is a test. It's not about escaping life's hardships through companionship. It's about facing them with another who is equally fortified. It tests patience, character, and resilience. Romance may start it, but only discipline sustains it. And only the disciplined pass it. Discipline in emotion, word, and action. Discipline to speak with truth and love, to lead with humility and strength, and to remain loyal to purpose even when comfort tempts you to drift. So build your house on stone, not sand. Let your foundation be unshakable principles, not fleeting emotions or borrowed dreams. Anchor yourself in what endureth truth, virtue, mission. Choose her mind, not just her beauty. Beauty may catch the eye, but wisdom keeps the heart. A strong partnership is forged not just through attraction, but through mental harmony and shared vision. Remain rooted in your mission, not in her mood. Her emotions are not your compass. Your mission is. A man who loses himself in another's fluctuations loses his leadership. Be the anchor, not the tide. And if the day comes where you must walk alone again, whether through separation, loss, or choice, parting may come. And when it does, it must not shatter you. You will not crumble. For you were whole before, and you remain whole after. You will not curse, for bitterness is the burden of the weak. The lesson, not the resentment. You will not cling, for you are not defined by what you've lost, but by what you've become. You will thank the past for all it taught, for the joy, the pain, and the clarity it carved into your soul. Embrace the present, for it is all you ever truly own. Your power lives here, not in memory or projection. And step forward, Xylent, strong, sovereign. No need to announce your strength. It echoes in your presence. You walk not to prove, but because the path is yours to walk. This is the Stoic Shogun. He leads with inner virtue, not external validation. He loves with clarity, not desperation. He lives without apology and never abandons the mission that forged him.